The episode relates with real life situations when you're sitting at home and you expect something to be in its place, a remote, a book that you've been reading, and you have a very limited time frame. Where are my white shirts? Susan, where's my car keys? Susan, have you seen the book I was reading? Character of Joe is very, very upset because his wife constantly is misplacing everything and at his wit's end, like we all are. When you find something that you know is supposed to be there and you have a limited amount of time to find it, and it's not there. And it's not so much that he expects perfectionism, he just wants things to be in their place. When I first read the script, I was so immediately attached to it. I have always been a person that misplaces things myself, so it gave me the opportunity to take a hard look at what I do naturally and just be able to take it step by step. So I really attached to that as a person, being able to really just take a look at my life and be able to find out what to fix. So it's really fun. Joe ends up in Susan's disorganized zone, so he goes into her own faults and her own problems, and it becomes his problem because she's making it his problem. So he doesn't want to have to do it. He wants to go to work. He wants to do the things that he needs to get done. This is so different, this series, because of the way that the organizer comes in and she genuinely wants to help. She wants to make a difference in people's life because she understands it's not just about the organizing, it's much deeper. Even though the organizer is a friend of Susan, she just appears and she's there to help make a difference, and she does it, which is crazy.
I'll tell you what, this is where we're going to put that clutter after we extract it from your head.
Is this going to be a painful surgery? Are there waivers that I have to fill out?
It was funny because much with dealing with the topic of being organized on camera, I was finding myself at a loss for where things were when I was trying to find them behind the scenes. So I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find my phone because I had misplaced it. I was looking for my keys. I couldn't find my keys because I had misplaced them. So it was sort of all aiding in that, and that frustration built up because I was getting frustrated at myself for losing things behind scenes, and then I was also upset at her because she was losing things on there because it reminded me of myself. Even in real life, being disorganized causes so many problems. Like in the scene where I sit down because I want to read my book, when I want to be relaxed. So I go and I sit down and I'm searching for my book and it's not there. And that creates such a problem because all I want in that moment is just to be relaxed. The scene where Joe and Susan are sitting down at the dinner table, just everything sort of cultivates to where he has no option, but it causes such a rift. He wants to get separated. He wants a divorce. I think I need my space for a little while.
What? You want a divorce?
I didn't say anything about a divorce.
Okay, what on earth brought this on? I mean, we just celebrated our first anniversary last week. If this was about money or sex, I would understand. That's what most couples argue about.
It's funny how nobody's perfect. Even Joe misplaced things. When Joe is dealing with taking Susan's vitamins and not replacing them and not going out to get more, it's just funny because everyone has their faults, so we all go through it.
Have you seen my multivitamins?
Oh yeah, those. I ran out of mine, so I took a couple of yours.
And you didn't put them back?
Viewers are gonna relate to the Disorganized Zone because, we always lose stuff. We always lose stuff. Everyone, even if you say I'm perfect and I have things all set in place, every single person loses something at some point or misplaces something that someone is looking for. We all have things in our life, these disorganized parts that once fixed and once really taken a hard look at, we can just move forward and have so much more time in our day to do things that we want to do instead of looking for a remote, instead of looking for a book. And that's what this series does, is it really takes such a good look at that and what can be fixed in our lives.
I promise to return things after I use them.
How often has Joe heard those words from his wife? It only comes to light in the Disorganized Zone.